Hey there guys, the Tekken 7 PC settings were just released. Now I want to say a few things about this game before I get into the video. First off, I've been a huge fan of this game series throughout all of my life. I've played all of the earlier Tekkens to the latest iteration of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and I'm now really looking forward to Tekken 7. And with this being the first official Tekken in the main series on the PC, barring the crossover game, this is the most exciting release of Tekken so far. Tekken is just a great fighting game. In my opinion, it is the best fighting game. It's got the most complexity, the graphics are the most beautiful, the move list is the most complicated and numerous, and the character sheet is just so diverse, different, and everybody bar from a few copycats feels exactly like a different character. They don't feel anything remotely similar. Now the second thing I want to say is I'm really looking forward to the PC release. So this is going to be, like I said, the first numbered Tekken that's actually on PC. And I'm going to be grabbing it on PC myself because I really look forward to all of the additional features the PC provides. So just a few hours ago, the PC settings of Tekken 7 have been revealed and we get our first look at what to expect. And I'll be going over all of these as I'm sure a lot of people have been anticipating to see what they can toggle. So first up, as expected, of course, you have the screen mode. You can obviously switch this between full screen, borderless, and window. Below this, you have the resolutions, and if anybody is not aware yet, this game goes up to 4K resolution. There's even some videos at the moment of 4K gameplay on the PC if you want to go check those out on YouTube. VSync as well as measuring the display FPS are on the game, but I'm unsure why you would want this. The game is going to be tied to 60 FPS, and if you do not get that, you're going to have a competitive disadvantage. Now the rendering quality preset is basically just changing all of the other settings. So if you set this to ultra, everything else will go as high as it can. Now the rendering scale, this is useful for people who don't have the more competitive PC equipment and lower FPS is usually to bolster their FPS up. You want to set your rendering scale down to say 50% or 10%. It's going to make the game look a lot worse, but the FPS you get back will be worth it if you can't hit a solid 60. Anti-Aliasing, which everybody knows is to do with sharpening an image and making it less blurry, and as expected, you get to customize the shadow settings, the texture quality, the effect quality, the post-processing as well, and dynamic adjustment. Dynamic adjustment will be something to do with the graphics probably changing to try and match a 60 FPS. As you can see a lot in these settings, it is based around trying to achieve a full-on and steady 60 FPS without any change, and again, because of the way frame data works, that is very important. Now if you look further on, you can change your HUD settings, so you'll be able to remove your HUD to create HUD-less gameplay. Now if you're really into cinematic style montages, you can make those, and that'll be really great for YouTubers. Keep that in mind. If you're doing say combo videos, you can remove all the HUD so it looks so much better, and you can also change the amount of motion blur in the game, which I'd honestly recommend people set to off. Now, for anyone wondering, as I had a few friends that were just a little bit paranoid, yes, controller settings will be in the game. You can select up to 2 different controllers, so up to 2 players can play against each other, and you can rebind all of the keys, as a lot of people were wondering. So if people remember in the previous Tekkens, you could rebind buttons and even set some macros up on the triggers and bumpers, and it looks like that will return again. Now currently you can see on the left bumper, left trigger and right trigger, he's only got it set to 1 button, but usually you could set it to combinations such as your 1-2, or on here XY, you could set that to your left trigger so it does XY together, and that makes it more fluid and easier to execute some of the more complicated combos, as well as enhances your ability to buffer in certain attacks that you want to execute after your current move. So for example, if you're playing Yoshimitsu and you're trying to do back 2 X to go into Kincho stance after that, you can just press back 2 into left trigger buffered and you will instantly go into Kincho stance. This is a very, very useful feature, and I am glad it is returning to the PC. Anyway guys, these settings look absolutely amazing. I'm really glad the most that macroing has returned and the remappable buttons. That is the most essential thing, and I usually remap my buttons and set macros on Tekken to get that competitive edge in ranked. I hope you're all looking forward to this game as much as me. I'm honestly dying to get a hold of this game. Just 2 more days, guys. It's just over 2 days. That's all that's left. And if anyone is curious, you will be able to preload the game. That is confirmed as well. So people with a slower download speed or people who just want to get it already, you can download that and have access to it. And then of course it will be available when the 2 days is up and you can play it instantly. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I'm looking forward to covering more Tekken, and if any information comes up, I will provide that. Just 2 days left, as I said, and when the game does come out, I'll actually be doing some combo lists and showing some guides onto the more competitive side of Tekken, the new systems. I really enjoy Tekken, as I said. I've played it to a highly competitive level, and I'm just looking forward to helping people out get into the game. So if you're new to Tekken, stay tuned and I'll have what you need. Anyway guys, take it easy. As always, have a beautiful day and peace.